Right, I'm on the Mini today. I've got to get these new wheels fitted properly. This is the old wheels. I'll put those up for sale, I think. Um, and you can see with the spacer, I've got a 25mm MTEX hub-centric wheel-centric spacer there, which gives me plenty of clearance on the wheel. They are a negative offset. I think it's about a 35 offset on this. Negative 35 or positive 35. I can never remember which one it is. But I want to get rid of the spacers. And the spacer I want to get rid of is that big one at the back. So that's 50mm. And I've got 25mm on the front. Now with my wanting to track this car, I'm going to the Nürburgring in end of August. I really need to get rid of them. So I bought some new wheels. And here they are. So they have a negative offset, I think, going from positive to negative. I'll have to have a look at the documentation. But as you can see, the rear wheel is now sitting right up against the hub, with the outside edge of the wheel being in the right position, which is just inside the rear wheel arch. And I've gone from a 8J to a 9J, 18-inch wheel. The front's wrapped with Pilot Sport 5s, and I wanted 4s, but they couldn't get the size that I wanted in 4. And I'm looking at a 245x55 on the rear. And also, I tried the old stud conversion, but I don't like the way that looks. So them are coming off today, which is part of what I've been running around this morning getting bits for. The front has the same, not the same offset, it's 8J, but the offset has been changed so it ran in the same plane on the car as my old wheels. The old wheels tuck in a little bit more, and I push the wheel out a little bit more on this side with the offset. They are Sika work Sika wheels, but the problem that I've got is clearance to my big brake kit. Now it is clear, but it's only about 1.5 to 2mm, and that is a little bit close to me. I knew it was going to be close, but I knew that I could put a spacer on here when I decided to. So I've gone and bought this morning from MTEC, who are local to me, only just 11 mile up the road. I got a 5mm hub-centric spacer, bolt through, which will just fix this gap that I've got here. And with that I brought some extended wheel bolts over the standard size, which is this size. So standard is 27mm, and this is 33mm, which will just take up the extra 5mm and get the engagement that I need. I'm going with bolts because I just don't like the look of that. I know it's racing, but I just don't like the look of it. So yeah, that's what I'm doing today. Nothing special. I did post a video yesterday about the stud conversion on the front of this with the big brake kit. There's been a couple of comments on there, so I'll put my 10 penny worth in there about what I'm going to do with that, which is spacer and longer bolt and get rid of the stud conversion. So I don't want to do the stud conversion. Okay, so this is what the car's going to look like when it's done, which I think it looks fine. It's exactly the look that I wanted to get, but just need to get the wheels bolted on correctly. Okay, so that's me done. I'll show you when it's all finished around the car. And there we go, the spacer's on. I've now got plenty of clearance to the caliper. Not that bad to put on if you take your time. Right, so I'm just gonna to the back one, and then drop this down and get on the other. Okay, because I just don't like the studs, I'm pulling these off. And the way to get them off is the 2-bolt method. So you spin on one of your lug nuts with the chamfered end facing out. You put a couple of washers in, then put on your second lug nut, chamfered end facing in, so the chamfered ends are facing each other. And then I'm just going to put a 5mm Allen key in there and a 19mm spanner on there, and I'm just going to try and break the seal. So let's see how we get on with doing that then. And there we have it. So the washers are very important. If you try and not do this without using the washers, then all you'll do is this nut will spin this nut off. So you've got to have a couple of washers disconnecting the two nuts. Okay, so I'm going to go and do the rest of them now, and then I'll pop the wheel on. That's it, all 4 wheels on. Quick flick over with the sponge just to make sure it's nice and clean. Still got a problem with the car though, because I've got a problem with my BC coilovers at the front, where the left hand side's knocking, and I've got to take them all off and send them back to BC. I'm doing that on Friday, so they're picking them up on Friday. But the problem that I've got with the coilovers, the wheels look great by the way, I really do like them, but the handling's not right because of the front end. So if I have a look at that wheel, it's sort of pointing straight ahead, wheels centre, that's sort of pointing straight ahead, but the side that I've got the problem on, you can see that's towing out a bit, not a lot but a bit. So I don't know whether I want to drive that car with the suspension like that, or just wait until I get the shocks back from BC when they've had a look at them, and then get another alignment on it. Hopefully that'll be done then. Okay, so that's it. A reminder, 5mm spacer on the front, 33mm bolt. Remove the studs. I didn't like the stud package, didn't like the way it looks. I think that looks a lot cleaner. On the back, standard studs on that, and I've lost 50mm spacers at the back. Put the tyres in the right place on the car, and I lost a 25mm at the front, so I had to put a 5mm in. So yeah, I'm happy with that. One thing after another. Let's see what happens with the shock absorbers then. Alright guys, so that's it for this video. See you later.